Good evening. Welcome to the 25th episode of Rachel Pilcher Writing Workshops Facebook Live. I'm Rachel Pilcher. I am excited to join you tonight. It's such a beautiful evening here in Fort Worth that it was difficult to come in and do the recording. I was enjoying the 85-degree temperatures, and I know for those of you who are having maybe flooding or still have lots of snow on the ground, you're probably slightly envious. But you know, we also get to exchange that nice 85-degree March day for 110 degrees August day. So you know, it's the trade-off. Thank you though for spending your time with me. I plan on tonight talking about should you start a blog. And before I get to that though, before I get to the topic for the night, I just want to remind y'all that every Wednesday I do a virtual writing hour from 6:30 p.m. to about 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time via Zoom. So if you're interested in joining, basically what we do is, it's very simple. We get on Zoom. Hi Stephanie, thank you for joining. We get on Zoom, I do a brief little intro thanking you for coming, and then we spend an hour writing. Luckily, we don't spend an hour with you looking at me while we're writing. I usually try to find something kind of interesting to focus the camera on. And I've tried playing music. It doesn't always come out well. I'm working on that though. So at some point, the music is going to be very calming, very relaxing, and we'll have that going. But it is an hour of virtual writing via Zoom. So if you're interested, go to rachelpilcherwritingworkshops.com for more information. It's virtual writing hour. Let me fix my hair real quick. It's kind of getting in my face. Next up, we have coming up in April, I have an online workshop called Your Online Presence. And that workshop is basically going to be kind of detailing how you should be interacting online through social media, blogging, different types of online activities that you can be doing as a writer that will help promote you as a writer. So, or, you know, it's not necessarily, you don't necessarily have to be a writer to use that course. It is focused towards writers, but all the information can pertain to any kind of business that you have. So that's why it's kind of titled, very simply, Your Online Presence. It's how you act in a professional setting online. And that is going to be on Saturday, April the 27th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I will be on Zoom with that one as well. You can register at rachelpilcherwritingworkshops.com and find out more information there. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to email me. My email is on that page. And finally, Panther City Review Issue 4. That submission deadline is going to be April the 29th. That's a Monday, so you have a little over a month to get in your writing submissions for Panther City Review number 4. That will the focus of that issue is focus. I'm jumping ahead of myself today. I think I got a little too much sun. So the theme this year is focus. So definitely submit. I look forward to seeing what you're submitting, and if you're interested in the types of writing that I publish, definitely check out previous issues of Panther City Review. I would love for you to be able to read some of that and see what kind of stuff I like. And you know, you can always turn in something that's completely different from what it has, as long as it focuses on the theme of focus. So that's all for the ads for the night. We will go ahead and start with the topic. So the topic is, should I start a blog? And that is a huge question for most writers. That's a big question for a lot of business owners in general, because blogging does take a little bit of time, but it doesn't take as much time as you think it might. Blogging, for those of you who aren't quite sure what it is, it's basically just telling a story, and frequently getting online and telling a story. If you go to rachelpilcher.com, you'll see my blog, and I frequently talk about things that are going on either in my school or at my house. A lot of times it's about gardening. Sometimes it's about being cold, because this winter it was kind of cold and I was in the house and writing about being cold. I do talk a lot about gardening because I really like to do that, and it gives me an outlet to do some nonfiction stuff. Looks like my mom, Sandra, just joined in. Hi, thank you for coming on board, Mom. It's glad to see you tonight. But I also talk about librarianship. I talk about other things. I have this blog that I have started today, and I wanted to make sure I knew what was going to happen at my campus, probably by Tuesday or Wednesday before I posted it, because there's some serious issues that go on in schools, and it's always good to be able to let people know, hey, this happens everywhere. So be on the lookout for a blog post, probably coming Wednesday, on the RachelPilcher.com RachelPilcher.com page. But so the reason why I started a blog is I wanted to be able to share my writing, to share my information, and to keep fresh at other types of writing besides fiction writing or screenplay writing or emails. But I wanted to be able to share my insights with people. And a lot of what blogging is it's you get a focus and you write about that particular focus. So for me, my focus is, writing, librarianship, education, gardening. I do that kind of stuff. So whenever you go to my blog, it's going to be something like that. There are a lot of people that have blogs that are specific towards the type of genre that they write. One of the writers that I work with through Sleeping Panther Press is Heath Dollar. He's the writer of Wayland County, Texas Stories. It's a collection of short stories about a fictional Texas county in the Hill Country. And his blog generally goes towards more of like Texana kind of stuff. So, he'll write about music, or he'll write about specific Texas writers and such. So, it's always interesting to check his blog out. But he uses that as a promotional tool for his writing. And he shares his blog post on his Facebook page. He shares it on Twitter. So, and he blogs. He was blogging there for a while, every maybe 3 or 4 times a week. And I think depending on how work commitments get, it's down to maybe once. I try to blog at least twice a month. My goal for this year was to blog 4 times a month, so once a week. And I have not hit that yet, but it's my goal. I'm going to get there. So, but, blogging is essentially, it's a way of promoting yourself. It's a way of promoting what you're doing. It's a way of sharing information that you have, sharing your knowledge. So, one of the big questions, though, is if you're a writer, should you spend time blogging? And my personal answer is yes. It is ideal to blog. One of the reasons why is if you ever plan to be published at any time, it's important to have accessible pieces for different types of publications to see examples of your writing, even if it's just to get an idea of what your voice is like. Blogging is a great way to do this, and it provides the readers with that ability to make a connection with you. And a lot of modern writers these days, they've become popular and they get more access to readers by providing that access to the readers, so that they can say, hey, I read this great piece by so-and-so on their blog and it was wonderful. So it's important to do that. Some blogs are structured to where they do have a theme, and there are some that do not, and you can obviously see the ones that don't. I definitely think that your blogs should have a theme. Let's see, SD just posted that she did so well with her writing through February. March has been self-love and family time. I totally agree. I think that's part of the reason why I had such a hard time getting so many. I've started so many blogs in March, and I just have not finished them, or I don't feel like they're ready to go up on the blog. And a lot of that is just because I spent most of my spring break, which was a week and a half ago. It doesn't seem like it had been. It seems like it's been so much longer than that, and it's only been a week since we've been back to school. But I spent most of my spring break relaxing, reading, enjoying, even though it was raining a lot, enjoying the rain, enjoying the nice days that we had. And I was doing some personal writing, but I wasn't doing anything on my blog. So I totally understand that, and I think it's a great time to do it because, that's what you need to do. And it's one of those things, it's like you're drawn to it, you'll do it. So I 100% agree about March being kind of that time. But I do know that keeping your blog updated is extraordinarily important. There's nothing like having a blog that's out there that people keep coming back and looking at, and the last time it was updated was February 2018. So especially if you're planning on being a professional writer, it helps to be able to keep that updated, even if it's just going on once a month and just saying, hey, I've been busy, this is what's going on, catching up, these are some thoughts that I've had about what's happening in the world, and then move on from there. But there are many reasons why you should blog. I do have in this next class that I have coming up, not really a promotion, but it is kind of a promotion. There's a section on blogging in this class, and then I have a class that's after that that's all about blogging. So if you're interested in blogging, definitely check out my classes over the next few months because they're going to be talking about all that stuff. But for now, I know I had several people that are like, well, whenever you are doing your classes on blogging, do you show us how to do a blog? Do you show us how to set it up and stuff? And I do, sort of. But the way that you blog is you have to find a platform that works best for you. So some people like to use WordPress. Some people like to use Blogger. Personally, I use Blogger. If you've ever looked at my website, it's completely designed in Blogger. I find it extremely simple to use. And I've been blogging personally since 2008. So 11 years I have had a blog. I should have a lot more writing on that blog from the 11 years. There were a couple of years where, it was kind of sketchy whether I was going to be writing anything or not. But, I use Blogger and I'm comfortable with Blogger. I am toying with, I've signed up and I've started putting some things into the article section of Medium, but they also have the ability to be able to blog on Medium, so you don't even have to set up a website or anything like that. You don't have to design any backgrounds. You just have to get up there and start writing. So that is an option that's really great if you are unsure about blogging. That would be a great way to get your start on blogging. If you feel like you don't have any time, I know one of the writers that I work with, they said, I don't have time to write. I'm too busy. They said, I don't have time to blog. I'm too busy doing all of my other writing. And I can understand that. I can tell you, though, that most of the blogs that I write, I probably write the first draft of the blog in maybe 20 minutes. And I do a quick edit of it. And I usually have it ready within an hour. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time. It does take some time. And a lot of that, for me, for not getting it done, because I just said it doesn't take very long to do it, it's, time not interrupted to do it. So it's strange how you get interrupted a lot. But, that's just how long it takes. It doesn't take very long. And usually whenever I get an idea for a blog, it's there, I've written it, and it's gone. But I can tell you, the other day I was going through my file of all of my blog topics that I have started, but I haven't finished. And I could probably do just a blog of topics, since at one point I thought this was important, and then list all of the things that I thought was important. I may do that. That would be kind of a fun thing. See where I was at different times of the years throughout the past 5 years. But, blogs don't have to be very long. They can be multiple paragraphs. They can be, sometimes they can be just one paragraph. So if you look, just in comparison, as a comparison, tonight, whenever we get off of this Facebook Live, if you go to rachelpilcher.com, you'll see my blog. I usually have 3, maybe 4 paragraphs. And then go to Heath Dollar's blog. I think it's Heath Dollar at .blogspot.com. So look at his. He usually has a paragraph, and then maybe he'll have a picture or a video or something like that. but he's connecting, and he's making those connections with other people. So there are all kinds of things that I can talk to you about with blogs. If you're questioning whether you should start a blog or not, or whether you should have one, then more than likely you should probably have a blog. But if you are unsure, definitely check out my classes, message me. We can see what we can do to get things set up. I know a couple of teachers at my school, so if you're in Fort Worth, a couple of teachers at my school had talked about me having an in-person blogging class of my Blogging for Beginners class that I plan on teaching in May online. So maybe this summer I'll be teaching an an in-person class somewhere in Fort Worth. So if you're in Fort Worth and you're interested, let me know. I might be able to get you on the get you on the hook up into that class. So anyway, it's just a very brief little Facebook Live today. I mean, I say brief, it's 16 minutes, but there are many things that I can talk to y'all about blogging, and I look forward to doing that soon. So if you will, join me on Sunday, April the 7th, right here on the Rachel Pilcher Writing Workshops Facebook page for another writerly discussion. I hope you have a great evening. Esty, I see that you think that's interesting. Well, you know, you are a tech alumni, so you can come on board with that for sure. I hope y'all have a great evening. Go out and enjoy the sunshine if you're in Fort Worth. You may have noticed I've adjusted some of my lighting because it's sunny out now at this time. A month ago it was dark. So have a great evening. Bye.